Hey folks, Jahan here. I'm here to talk about my SMP experience. This video has a high-res camera, got some lights here. The whole point of this video is to get you a sense of what this actually looks like up close and personal. I'm making this video and all the other content on this little channel just to help share information about SMP. I'm not here to tell you to get or to not get SMP. That's your choice, that's your decision. I'm entirely here to educate you and give you the information that I wish I had when I got this done. There we go. All right, here we go. Now we're in business. So look at that. You can see what most people would see. I'm going to move a little bit closer now. Hopefully that's working. I can actually see what it's seeing now. Get right up close. Cool. All right, let's look on the side a little bit. On the side, she did a really good job. I won't say that the SMP was perfect. There are a few depth blowouts from going too deep. You can see them when you get really close. But the sides were nice and subtle, so that's one thing you really want. Like, you want to make sure that the sides here are not kind of like, you don't want to have that really defined thing on the side, because that's where it starts to look really fake. That's one thing that really just stands out. Another thing is like the hairline is quite high. It does recede a little bit, so it doesn't look like I've got a full head of hair quite, which is good. You want to look like it's something a little bit less than a full head of hair. And you can see the horseshoes gone. I'm going to take some time now to just kind of turn around a little bit. And sorry, I'm standing in front of the camera, so this is a bit weird. And if you're looking carefully, you'll probably be able to see some stuff, like the sides and where it begins and where it ends, at least if you're looking closely. Yeah, anyway, that hopefully helps. I might just pick up the camera and really try and get in there. Okay, so let's give this a try. Alright, so here you go. So you can see, I always notice when it goes a little bit too far. I always notice when it grows. Like when it grows, I definitely notice that, I can kind of see it. There's a bit of a line. That to me is not the end of the world, because it's not meant to look like your hair is fully uniform, just that, there is some kind of shade there instead of just for it going forever. Alright guys, well thanks for stopping by. I think I'll finish up with just one little thing, my last thoughts on SMP. I think SMP is a pretty cool procedure for a certain subset of people who've lost their hair. It's for people who rock in that shaved look and are quite happy with it, and shave it so I guess routinely, like pretty much every day, that them just being bald is completely normal. They're not. I'm not talking Jason Statham. Jason Statham does not work with this because you have to keep it really short. I'm talking like Johnny Sins. Sorry, it's the only bald person I can think of. Or the most prominent person I can think of right now. Sorry. That's a good example, because it's literally all gone. You have to have a head shape that will suit it. So you want to make sure that there's a very obvious place where it comes in. Like with my head, if you look at that, there's a very obvious kind of place where the hairline would be. And look at me, 15 years ago when I had more hair, that's what you saw. So that kind of works. Like, you don't have one of those heads where it kind of looks like you just drew something on. It doesn't really work. Like, make sure you have the right head shape. Make sure you're shaving, and then make sure you're not super conscious about what people maybe you're looking at, etc. Because I found myself doing that for the first couple of months. Like, I went through a bit of a crisis when I got it. You'll see in my last videos I was often kind of worried that I made a big mistake, and that worry kind of comes and goes. So that's why I kind of say I'm on the fence. Like, I generally like it, but it hurts to get. It costs like a few grand, and then afterwards, I don't walk around feeling like $1 million. I sometimes look at it and think it looks a little bit better. Like, it's kind of like if you're a 7 out of 10, now you're like a 7.3, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like all of a sudden you look amazing, at least not in my mind. So yeah, that's my thoughts of it. Like, is it worth it? It's kind of in the middle, and if you get it done at the wrong place with people that don't know what they're doing, you'll probably hate it and think it's terrible and shit and want to get rid of it. If you get it done at a really good place, you probably end up in the middle, and maybe, just maybe, you might be one of those people where all of a sudden it just changes your life and you love it. So, alright, that's my video. Sorry I can't say do it or don't do it, but that's not what I'm about. I'd love to hear from you. Like, what are your thoughts? What do you think about this whole thing? Have you done it? What do you think about it? Are you thinking about getting it? And if you have specific questions, just hit me up, by all means. It's all good. I'm happy to answer questions. I get what it's like. I was hitting up people and freaking out after I got my first or second session done, just because I was worried I made a huge mistake. So ideally, you reach out to me first. I answer any questions you have, and that at least gives you a sense of what to expect. And maybe you do it, maybe you don't. All good. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, folks. That's it. I'll catch you.